Hello Year 3, just going to do a quick video to remind us all on how we do our division of bigger numbers. Now if you remember, this method is called chunking, and we do it on our number line. We start at 0, we always start at 0, and we end on our number that we are dividing by. So we've got 112 divided by 4, so the number we need to get to is 112. We're dividing by 4, so we have to times by 4 to give us our chunks. And then remember, when we start off, we want to take a big chunk away from that large number, otherwise we're going to be doing really lots and lots of jumps, and we don't want to do lots of jumps. We want to take big chunks so we can do it in less steps. So normally we always start off with 10 times the number. So if we're dividing by 4, we have to multiply by 4. So we're going to do 10 times 4 is plus 40, and we land on 40. And because it's 112, we know that we can do another one, because if we think, well, 10 times 4 is 40, if I did another 10 times 4 plus on 40, we jump to 80. And then I always say to the children, if we cannot do another 10 times 4, because if we did another 10 times 4, that would give us 120, and that's too big. So I always say, if we cannot do 10 times 4, we go for 5 times 4. So 5 times 4 is plus 20, so we're going to add on 20. That leaves us to 100. And then you can think about the small steps that you've got. So from 100 to 112, we have 12 left. Now it's entirely up to you. If you know how many 4s go into 12, then you can just do that jump. But some of you may like to do it even in 1 times 4, and then another 1 times 4, and then another 1 times 4, and then another 1 times 4. Or you can think to yourself, well, I know what 2 times 4 is, that's 8. So I can do a jump of 2 times 4, so I'm adding on 8, so I land on 108. And then you need to think about what I have left over. So 112 and 108, the difference is 4, because if you think about it, I have 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, so that is 4. So you know that 1 times 4 is 4. So that's not our final answer, because our final answer is not 112, because we are dividing 112. So we then need to add up what we have multiplied 4 by. So 10, 20, 25, 27, 28. So that is our final answer of 28. Now I'm just going to go through a worked example with you. So let's start. We always start at 0. Now if we have a look at 78, one of your questions today, divided by 6. Now I'm dividing by 6, so I multiply by 6. And I know the first chunk, if I do 10 times by 6, that's going to be 60. So that gives me a nice big chunk to take away from 78. So I'm going to do a big chunk. So I'm going to do, I've not left myself enough room there, but I can do 10 multiplied by 6. That is plus 60. So I land on 60. So now I know I've got 60. The difference between 60 and 78 is 18. So maybe I don't want to do the jumps to 6 to 18 just yet. So I might just want to go this one just for everyone. I'm going to do 1 times 6, and that is plus 6. So I land on 66. And then I'm going to do another jump of 1 times 6, so plus 6, and I land on 72. And then my final jump, because I know that I haven't got enough room to do any more, because 72 and 78 are very close. So I know if I do my final 1 times 6, that's plus 6, 6 onto 72 is 78. So I have found my final number that I need to jump to. So now I've done that, I need to add up my total number of jumps. So I've got 10, 11, 12, 13. And that is my answer, 13. Now you could have just gone, well, I know that 18, 6 into 18 is 3, so you could have just done a small jump of 3 times 6. Now, this is a way that you work it out in your head. So your arithmetic in the morning should be done using mental maths. Obviously, if you want to work it out, that's fine, and jot things down, that's also fine. But this is a really good way of doing it in your head. Now, I'm just going to show you a bigger number that you can do. So one of your questions today was 600 divided by 4. So we always start at 0. So I'm dividing by 4, so I multiply by 4. Now I can see that I'm going to spend a long time going into this. So I can actually, if I multiply by 4 by 10, that's going to give me 40. If I multiply it by 100, so I'm moving up 2 place values, I'm going to get 400. Now we haven't done multiply by 100 in class yet, but we have been looking at moving the place values up 1 when we multiply by 10. So when we multiply by 100, we move the place values up 2. So from my ones, so we think about our hundreds, tens and ones. If I'm doing 4 multiplied by 100, I'm going to move it up 1 place value, and then I'm going to move it up another place value because that's 2. So my 4 ones now becomes 4 hundreds. Okay, so I can take a big old chunk from that if I multiply by 100. So here, 100 multiplied by 4. And that, as we know, is 400. You can also think in your head that if I did 4 times 10, that gives me 40, and then I can times 40 by 10, that will give me 400. Therefore, 10 times 10 is 100, so I know I've got to multiply it by 4. So we land on 400. Now we've still got a big old chunk to take. So again, we can think about, I need to get to 200. So you can do 10 times 4, which we can do. You can think of other ways to get to 200. If you use your number knowledge of what 5 times 4 is, that's 20. And if we can times 10 by 20, what does that give you? That gives you 200. So you could just do 50 times by 4, because that would give you 200. But I'm just going to go in jumps of 10. So we've got 10 times 4, that's 40. So we land on 440. I'm not going to have enough room. 10 times 4, that's plus 40. So we have 480. And then we're going to add on another 10 times 4, that's plus 40. So we have 520. So we need to carry on with our chunking number line here. And we're going to do another 10 times 4 plus 40, it's 560. And then we go to our final 10 times 4 plus 40 is 600. Okay, so as you can see, that was 5 lots of 10 we've done. So Not our final answer though, so we now need to add on 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So our answer is 150. Now in your head you could have gone, well, 4 goes into 40 10 times, so that's 10. And I know that 4 goes into 25 times, so that would just be 15. But you don't want 60, because 40 and 20 is 60. You want 600, so you multiply by 10, so that would have given you 150. Some of you will probably find it a lot easier to do your chunking on the number line, which is perfect to do. I hope this helps everyone at home. Just keep going. We're all really, really proud of you. But if you have any questions, do let us know, and we will try our best to give you examples and help you work through anything that you need help with. I hope this is helpful. Thank you. Bye-bye.